In second part of this video, we are going to learn about Fleming's right hand thumb rule, electric motor, electromagnetic induction and Fleming's right hand thumb rule and use of fuse. We have learned that an electric current flowing through a conductor produces a magnetic field. And according to this, I have explained the Fleming's left hand thumb rule. We considered the direction of the current and that of the magnetic field perpendicular to each other and found that force is perpendicular to both of them. The three directions are shown here. One is direction of the force, another direction of the magnetic field, and third one the direction of means electric current. So Fleming's left hand thumb rule states that according to this rule, stretch the thumb, forefinger and middle finger of your left hand such that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. If the first finger points in the direction of the magnetic field, second finger it shows direction of flow of electric current, then thumb shows direction of the force. It will point in the direction of the motion or the force acting on the conductor. Thus, these Fleming's left hand thumb rule and force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field, it is used in current carrying conductor some devices like electric motor, electric generator, loudspeakers, microphones and measuring instrument. It has also one application, that is magnetism in medicine, that is in MRI technique. MRI means magnetic resonance imaging, MRI. This is application of magnetism in medicine. An electric current always produces a magnetic field. Even the weak ion currents that travel along the nerve cells in our body produce magnetic field. When we touch something, our nerves carry an electric impulse to the muscles we need to use. This impulse produces an temporary magnetic field. These fields are very weak and are about 1/1000th of the Earth's magnetic field. Two main organs in the human body where the magnetic field produced is significant, that are heart and the brain. The magnetic field inside the body forms basis of obtaining the images of different body parts, and this is done using technique called as the magnetic resonance imaging, that is MRI. Analysis of these images helps in medical diagnosis. Magnetism has thus got important uses in the medicine. Here, heart and brain, these are the important organs of our body. In our body, weak ion currents are travel along the nerve cells in our body, which produce the magnetic field, and it is used in order to take the images produced. Analysis of these done using a technique called as MRI, and analysis of images helps in medical diagnosis. Magnetism has thus got important uses in medicine also. Again, we are going to see about the electric motor which is functioning on this force which is acting on current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. So, we will see here now how this electric motor is working. Main aim of this electric motor is it converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. It is a rotating device. If you will see, it is rotating device and converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Electric motor is used as an important component in electric fans, refrigerators, mixers, washing machines, computers, MP3 players, etc. Do you know how an electric motor works? Now, as shown in figure, an electric motor consists of a rectangular coil ABCD of insulated copper wire. The coil is placed between the two poles of magnetic field such that the arm AB and CD are perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. The ends of the coil are connected to the two walls P and Q of a split ring. The inner sides of these walls are insulated and attached to an axle. The external conducting edges of P and Q touch to conducting stationary brushes X and Y respectively, as shown in the figure. Current in the coil ABCD enters from the source battery through the conducting brush X and flows back to the battery through the brush Y. Notice that the current in arm AB of the coil flows from A to B, and in the arm CD it flows from C to D, that is opposite to that of direction of the current through arm AB. On applying Fleming's left hand rule for the direction of force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field, we find that the force acting on arm AB pushes it downwards, while the force acting on arm CD pushes it upwards. Thus, the coil and the axle O mounted free to about on the axis and rotate anti-clockwise. At half rotation, Q makes contact with the brush QX and P with the brush Y. Therefore, the current in the coil gets reversed and flows along the path DCBA. A device that reverses the direction of flow of current through a circuit is called a commutator. In electric motor, the split ring acts as a commutator. The reversal of current also reverses the direction of the force acting on the two arms AB and CD. Thus, the arm AB of the coil that was earlier pushed down is now pushed up, and the arm CD previously pushed up is now pushed down. Therefore, the coil and the axle rotate half a turn more in the same direction. The reversing of the current is repeated at each half rotation, giving rise to continuous rotation of the coil and to the axle. If you will see here, rectangular ABCD means here is the motor, that is A. Here I will highlight the once again. Now we will see next part, that is electromagnetic induction. Already we have seen about how magnetism is induced by flow of electric current. So we have studied that when current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field such that direction of the current is perpendicular to the magnetic field and it experiences a force. So Faraday discovered that magnetic field interacts with an electric circuit by inducing magnetic induction. So here you can easily see that if we will keep here galvanometer, means in the coil or the loop of current carrying conductor, and if we keep means take near this bar magnet near to this conductor, then it experiences the force that is called as electromotive force due to electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction that we will see. Now let us imagine a situation in which conductor is moving inside a magnetic field or magnetic field is changing around a fixed conductor. What will happen? So this was first studied by the scientist Faraday, made an important thought, that is discovery how moving magnet can be used as a electric generator. So it can be used to generate the electric current. To observe this effect, here we have seen the activity of this deflection in galvanometer. Now what is the galvanometer? Galvanometer is an instrument that can detect the presence of current in a circuit. If there is, means the pointer remains at 0, that is at this center. If pointer remains here at the center or at the 0, then current flowing through it, and it can deflect either to the left or to the right of the 0 mark depending on the direction of the current. Means when there is electric current flowing through the conductor, at that time the pointer of galvanometer shows null deflection, that is at 0. It is pointing at the 0. So galvanometer is an instrument that can detect the presence of current in the circuit. The electromagnetic induction, it is the phenomenon. If you will see here, it is the phenomenon of electron. The induced current is found to be the highest when direction of motion of the coil is at right angles to the magnetic field. In this situation, we can use a simple rule to know the direction of the induced current. So here you can see that Fleming's right hand rule, we have to consider our right hand rule. According to Fleming's right hand rule, first of all we have to stretch the thumb, forefinger and middle finger so that they are perpendicular to each other. Here, now see, this is our thumb. Stretch the thumb, forefinger and middle finger in such a way that they remain perpendicular to each other as shown in the figure. If forefinger indicates the direction of magnetic field and the thumb shows the direction of motion of conductor, then middle finger will show the direction of induced current. This simple rule is called Fleming's right hand thumb rule. Based on the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction, their experiments studied generate induced current, which is usually very small, and this principle employed to produce large current for use in homes and industry. The difference between direct and alternative current is that direct current always flows in one direction, whereas the alternating current reverses its direction periodically. Most power stations constructed to produce alternating current. In our houses, we receive AC electric power of 220 volt with a frequency of 50 Hz. One of the wire in this supply is with red insulation called live wire. The other one is of black insulation, it is neutral. The potential difference between two is 220 volt. The third is earth wire that has green insulation, and this is connected to a metallic body deep inside the earth. It is used as a safety measures to ensure that any leakage of current to a metallic body which does not give any shock to us. Fuse is an important safety device used for protecting the circuit due to the short circuiting or overloading of the current in circuit. It prevents damage to the appliances. Sometimes overloading is a cause by connecting too many appliances to a single socket, and therefore fuse is connected in order to prevent these appliances which are connected in the circuit.